Hello, and welcome to episode 141 of Bardic Quest. Our heroes have finally located Thorik's ancestral weapon as he holds it aloft in the Dragon Barrow. But what defences are about to trigger that are designed to put a stop to any would-be grave robbers? So, without further ado, let's get into this week's episode of Bardic Quest. To pick up precisely where we left off, you had made your way down into the Dragon Barrows, using Thorik's, unnecessarily on the nose spell to find this missing object.
If anything, I listened really well and knew what we had to do. So really, I should be rewarded.
You circumvented 80% of my prep.
No,
I'm kidding. You made your way into this, or towards this chamber, where the hammer in question was laying. But first had to tackle not only a pit full of rusty swords, but also a ball of light that was attempting to shock you all. But you overcame that and made your way into this chamber with Marvellus near the doorway, or at least the mouth of the tunnel. There is no door. And Thorik with his spiritual hammer near the dragon skull atop which this hammer was resting, and with Saga just a little bit further behind, and Sergei chatting to the squire sarcophagus next to the sarcophagus of Crystrid Silverhorn. Thorik then, seeing his potential opportunity to claim the hammer, clambered atop the skull and reached down to grab the hammer. So, Thorik, you extend out your hand. You wrap your fingers around the grip of the hammer. Nothing immediately happens as you wrap your fingers round. And then you lift up the hammer. And then suddenly you feel something strike at you from the shadows with a thud. For 23 against your armor class.
That'll hit.
Oh no.
And as you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And
we
then,
see?
from the other side, you feel, but don't see, something slam into you again. For 18 against your armor class.
Meets it, beats it.
As you take another 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Do we see this?
You see something slamming into Thorik, but you don't see what it is.
He takes a big chunk. Thorik is, I don't know what term you use for each sort of chunk.
Half is bloodied,
health,
and about 25% is critical. Anything else?
Definitely bloodied. Definitely bloodied. Well into bloodied.
So, that was your surprise round. Everybody roll initiative.
Fucking hell.
Yippee!
Okay.
Alrighty. Bear with me one sec. So, anybody got above 20?
Nope.
Anybody got above 15?
Yay.
Go on, Squire.
Go on, Sergei,
Me.
what's your initiative?
Right, I have my hand up. It is 18.
Alright. Anybody got above 10?
14.
14 for Saga. Oh, wow. Anybody got above 5?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. This is good. Okay. Thorik, Marvellus, what you got?
8.
9.
Okay. All right. Oh. Sorry, my pen's not cooperating. Bear with me one moment. Marvellus 9 and Thorik 8. Okay. So, I have some bad news for you. Whatever it is has beat even Sergei's initiative.
Shit.
Oh, well, that's organised at least, isn't it?
Um,
We're all together.
So, Thorik,
Yep.
something slams into you again.
Good. Can I see it?
Nope.
Even with dark vision?
Correct.
Oh, good.
Oh, don't tell me.
That's only 12 against your armor class this time.
Doesn't hit. This time he's sort of prepared for it.
That's
He
right.
kind of brings his shield up and kind of is just there, like, head on a swivel trying to see where the hell this thing is coming from.
Okay. And then, suddenly, Saga, you feel something slam into you. Oh. For a 24 against your armor class. Which I presume is going to hit. So that's going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage against you, Saga. Again.
If it's bludgeoning, it's half.
Yes. So that'll be...
Because, you know, that big ghoul battle,
Yeah.
guess we forgot to half all the bloody hits.
Oh, dear. You're not going to forget that one again.
Things were forgotten. It's fine.
Yeah. So it's half of 9 is what I get.
So yeah, it's going to be 4 points of damage then, because we round down in D&D. So. Alright, so 4 points of bludgeoning damage is something just slams into you. Again, you can't see anything slamming into you, but you certainly
you
feel
just-
it.
You
All
just
right.
hear very angry growl shout from her.
Alright. Okay, bear with me one second. Alrighty. Okay, and that's going to be its go. So, next up, we have Sergei. Last thing you've seen is something slammed into Thorik and then Saga. You can't see anything attacking anybody, but you can see people being attacked. So, what would you like to do?
How far away am I from Thorik?
From Thorik, you're about 20 feet away.
Brilliant. And can I actually see this thing to cast anything against it?
No.
Does the fact that we've got some light sources help? I've got a light source on my shield. I think Marvellus has something.
Lightbringer.
Is that affecting anything, or is it still nothing?
No, you can see nothing in this room aside from yourselves and what you already could see in the room.
Shit.
Cool. I'm going to run up to Thorik.
Yep.
With 20 feet of movement. I'm going to run up to Thorik, and I'm going to just kind of grab him by his ankle, and just go, "Don't die on me, Thorik!" And I'm going to cast Heroism on Thorik.
Ooh.
So at the start of each of your turns, you get 3 temporary hit points, and you're immune to being frightened. I don't believe these stack, however.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
do not.
temporary hit points don't stack. You just
Gives you a
end
little
up-
buffer, though.
Yeah, it gives you a little buffer, but every time you gain temporary hit points, you keep the highest. So let's say you already had 9 and then you roll a 7, you stick with the 9. But if you had 9 and you roll a 10, then you get 10 and you stick at the 10 until they're dropped down. If that makes sense.
So that is my action. That's my
Okay.
bonus action. Would it be possible to try and discern if this is some kind of magical darkness or magical effect that's kind of concealing this monster from us?
Do you want to give me an Arcana check?
I'd love to. I actually would hate to, now that I've rolled. With a nice little 6.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't know what's going on here, but Thorik's picked up the hammer. He's been thrown about a bit. Saga's getting hit as well. Aside from that, you have no idea what's really going on here.
What's going on?
I don't know.
All right.
Well, that would be my whole go.
Okay.
Thank you, Sergei.
Alrighty.
Welcome.
Okay, so next up we have Saga. So, Saga, what would you like
Yes.
to do? Oh, sorry, I lost you there for a second, Annina. Say that again.
I'm here. I am here. Can you hear me?
I can indeed, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, good. So, since it hit me where I was standing, can't see. So, just gonna take a chance
Okay.
and do. No one's like 5 feet away from me, are they?
Sergei
I don't
is
want
now.
any friendly fire.
Sergei is
I don't
now.
want. Can I swing my sword while avoiding Sergei? I mean, he's short. I can go above his head.
I mean, yeah. If you choose not to swing it in Sergei's direction, then yes, you can.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and hit the air where I was hit with
Okay.
my sword. Because I can't see, and I'm not a magic caster. So
Sure.
let's try that.
Because you can't see what you're attacking, you are of course attacking with disadvantage.
I thought as much. Come on, please, 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 please. What's the chance of rolling double 4s? Which makes that a 10.
Yeah, that's not going to be a hit, I'm afraid.
Well,
As your sword
Extra
swings through the
attack.
air. All right,
Extra
roll again.
attack.
Again with disadvantage.
oh. 2 and a 19.
No.
Yeah, your sword hits nothing but air, I'm afraid, as it swings through the.
So
through the-
my wolfy senses, heightened sense of smell. I'm getting nothing. Witness the desperation and where this thing is.
I mean, sure. Do you want to give me a perception check here?
Yes.
Ooh, 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 ooh. 14.
Yeah, something's been hitting you. That's probably about all you know right now.
With a 14.
With a 14.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Anything else you'd like to do, Saga?
I'll say where I am because at least I'm right next to Sergei, so I can
Okay.
protect them.
In which case, Marvellous, you have been witnessing all this. You're currently by the door. What would you like to do?
Sergei, what's your inspiration dice that you kindly gave me?
Was this the Bardic inspiration?
Yes.
1d8.
D8, lovely.
Yes.
Right. Here goes nothing. I'm going to, seeing that we can't see what it is anyway, I'm going to lower my helmet, a strip of cloth over the eyes, and I mutter, "God of justice, even-handed, let your sightless eyes be mine." And I am going to run forwards with my bonus action. I am going to cast Branding Smite. My sword begins to flicker with radiant flames as I charge forwards, and I'm going to try and attack this invisible creature, saying, "Reveal yourself, unseen fiend!" And I'm going to attack twice.
Where are you generally aiming?
I'm going to be generally swinging in the area that the others have. So I run. I'm going to run forwards to join them and hack into the area that
Kind of where Saga was just attacking.
Where Saga was, yes.
If they're there, we'd be flanking. But, you know.
Yeah. So let's see what we're working with the Bardic inspiration, because I'm going to use it because it's at disadvantage.
Roll to hit.
That's a 7. We're adding a 7.
Okay. Oh, okay. You're adding a 7. Okay, this is good.
Yeah, we're adding a 7. Okay.
This is huge.
This could be good. The first roll. That's a 13. That would be 20. That would be 20 plus 8.
That's huge.
28. Or, but it's a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 7 is 23.
Huge.
Is it hit? If it doesn't, we're leaving. Like, nope, sorry for taking up your time. We'll just.
Your sword hits nothing but air.
Oh. Expletives.
Okay, second attack.
Do you have a magical sword?
It is magic, yeah.
Oh shit.
It's magic. It's a magical
Mine's
mace.
magical. Put it in the fucking thing.
Okay.
What?
Second attack with no with disadvantage with no plus 7. Well, that's an 18. So that's 26.
Where in the space are you attacking?
A little bit further on.
Not in the same place.
Take 5 feet forwards and swing
So we're
again.
playing Minesweeper, basically.
Just literally. Come to me. Okay.
So you're moving
so
forward and hacking away. Okay.
the second attack is a 26, or depending the lower roll, it's an 18 again, so 26. Or it might just be that we're swinging at air, and not that it's got an insane.
You feel your sword strike at something.
The mace.
Roll for
Does
damage
it-
for me.
Yes.
Oh.
You're just hitting in the wrong area.
Hang on a moment, right?
Something here?
Goodness me!
It's here?
A clong! Ah! I got so excited I closed D&D Beyond. Whoa. Right, okay, so I do an extra 2d6 radiant damage to it, plus my d6, plus my strength. So I do a plus 5 damage to it on top of that. So that is 15 radiant damage. But the most important thing is as the mace wreathed in radiant flame hits it, the most wonderful thing about branding Smite, and the only reason I take it over the others, is that if the creature is invisible, it becomes visible.
Yes!
Yes, yes.
And the target sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends.
Oh, I could kiss you.
Very good. What are you branding this thing with?
So it's Lightbringer that
Yeah.
I've sort of... Oh, is this creature undead?
No.
Cool. Just needed to know for the extra d6 damage.
Of course.
But
Yep.
no fun. So as the mace swings in, the light is almost knocked into it.
Okay.
So it's like it imbues the creature with light, and it ripples across the surface of the creature first,
Ooh.
and coating it in a glowing energy. Do you want to tell us what that looks like?
Yeah, it's strange because the ripple of energy is almost rippling upon ripples.
Oh.
It doesn't seem really to be a specific form that is now coated in this energy. It's almost just like almost like a mutating ball of this field that you've created. The
Don't
actual
like that.
creature within doesn't become particularly clear, but now, because obviously you've surrounded it with this energy, you can see certainly at least where it is, even if you can't necessarily see the creature itself.
I see it like it's go, oh no! Oh! How big is this amorphous blob?
The same size as a medium-sized. A medium.
Okay, so it's just kind of, yeah. It's not just surrounding us.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's just a medium-sized creature that is now surrounded in this glistening glow of energy.
Right.
So that was your bonus action and your action, right? Your
me done.
attacking and your smite.
And
Lovely.
movement.
Very good. All right, so now there is this rippling, bubbling ball of radiant energy, just kind of constantly changing shape, if you will, rippling in the air. It was not immediately next to Saga, which is why, of course, Saga and Marvellous's attacks missed. It had moved just about 5 feet away.
Damn it.
That bastard.
I know, outrageous.
It can move!
Alright. So, next up then, last but not least, certainly, Thorik.
Okay.
You are up.
Having been hit twice, taking 2 very nasty hits, Thorik has like a bloody nose, which is kind of like running down into his beard and kind of going down his face. He's kind of like his root. He feels like he might have cracked a rib or something, and like he's just feeling pretty bruised and pretty broken. Kind of, he like his shield arm is kind of like not dead at his side, but he kind of like he's definitely sort of jarred it. And he kind of like reallocates his shoulder into place. He's like, oh, it's gonna hurt in the morning. But filled with this heroism that Sergei's given him, he's feeling dramatically. He's gritting through the pain, and he's feeling really confident about the course of action he needs to take. He calls to Marvellus, and everyone else is like, what is that thing? And as he does... Oh, question. I had my spiritual weapon from fighting the little ball of light.
You did.
Last minute, would it still be up?
How it lasts a minute, did you say?
Yeah.
I had said at the top of this session that it was still up. So let's say you've got probably a 1 round left with it.
Yeah, fine. Great. In which case, that sort of hovers over towards the amorphous blob. I'm going to hold off my attack for now. because he's also thinking that if this isn't the only thing in the room that hit us, it seemed to like go around and be sort of move quite quickly between us. Thorik is going to sort of look at the warhammer in his hand and sort of heft its weight and sort of feel the perfect balance of the dragon slaying warhammer. And he's just going to start muttering the names of certain people. Sulka, Kristrid, Belhun. As he starts to list his family tree and his ancestors, I'm going to use a 3rd level spell slot and cast Spirit Guardians. As he manifests his ancestors to protect him and his fellows. My 3 friends are... oh god, no. My 3 friends are immune to anything that this does. And you start to see ghostly forms kind of in silver light of these matriarchal Feanor heads of the order. You see kind of like start to appear one by one around him in a 15-foot radius. You start to see the matriarchs of the House Silverhorn. So, Spirit Guardians. You call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you to a distance of 15 feet for the duration. If you are good or neutral, the spectral forms appear angelic or fave. Just by flavour, they're kind of my ancestors. If you're evil, they appear fiendish. When you cast a spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. So I've chosen my friends and myself. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, has to make a wisdom save or take 3d8 radiant damage. And it doesn't matter if I can see them or not.
Indeed. Spirit Guardians is awesome.
I love it so much. I don't think I've ever used it before, so this is making me very happy.
Definitely the first time Thorik has used it for certain.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, Spirit Guardians is probably a top spell for me as well. Certainly a top combat spell for sure. All right.
Oh, 100%.
So it doesn't. The effects of it don't kick in now, as you say, but it will kick in actually on the next go because it will be going next.
Fantastic. So you just see as these like Spirit Guardian women, all with like different warhammers. You see, there's almost kind of like their garb that they're wearing is sort of ever so slightly different throughout the sort of the history of his ancestors. Kind of the garb seems to have changed, but the energy seems the same. There's kind of various. Some people are holding like 2-handed warhammers. Some people like 2 hammers. Some people like hammer and shield. But there's always a hammer. He's going to bring his spiritual hammer round, and he's going to thunk the. He's going to thunk the blob.
Thunk the blob with the spiritual weapon. Yeah.
Thunk the blob.
All right. So that'll be an attack to hit then, please. Attack roll to hit.
Lovely. Hey, spiritual weapon. That'll be a 18 to hit.
An 18 will certainly hit as your spiritual weapon just strikes it. Not in particular any particular body part because there's no particular body parts to see. It just hits.
Just starts to go like I don't know where it's come from, but it used to be kind of just these small strikes. But he's just come around to this whole like Mjolnir idea of just like spinning the hammer, so just kind of this blur that just
spinning it around behind his back.
Yeah. So, wow. Brilliant. That is. Where's my spiritual weapon? I always forget whether it does it. Obviously, it does. Spiritual weapon. Apologies. 5 on the die plus my spell pressure. 8 points of force damage, please.
8 points of force damage as indeed it connects. You watch as its form kind of ripples around and then kind of converges kind of back into the same spot. It certainly seemed to not like it, that's for sure.
Cool. And he just calls out to his fellows, just like, stay in the circle, they have to come to us.
Okay. Looking around at all these spiritual figures.
Very austere women, just like looking at saying,
hello. All right. Next up is this creature's go. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, was it?
Yes, please.
All right. What DC are we looking at?
DC 14.
Ooh, okay. Unfortunately, it is going to be a dirty 20 on the wisdom saving throw, but it still takes half damage.
That's fine. It still takes half.
Indeed.
8 and 12. So it still takes 6 points of radiant damage.
6 points of radiant damage. Very nice. Would you like to describe what your austere women spirit guardians do?
So basically just like the closest sort of 3 to it just sort of end up sort of blurring and shifting out. All of them are like wafting their hammers. One of them is doing like a figure of 8. One of them just kind of brings on this huge like double-handed overhead strike, and just sort of with these flashes of silver light just sort of takes out, just sort of damages this creature. Does it affect anything else in the radius?
It does not.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. So after this light show is put on briefly, this thing now, which is now visible, courtesy of the branding smite. Which, how long does that last for?
A minute, or until
okay.
until I drop it.
Lovely. Okie doke. So this thing is going to kind of circle around Marvellus here. And is going to go for Thorik. You're all, because you're all kind of within this circle, you're all fairly close, so it can get to, it can be engaged with Marvellus and circle round to get to Thorik and Saga and Sergei at this point, because you're all fairly close to the middle of this this circle. So it's going to circle around.
I would.
Yep.
Yes, as it does, I'd like to use my protection fighting style to try and get my shield in the way, imposing disadvantage. No.
Unless it attacks you. Is that right?
Unless it, well, no. If it attacks, you said it was attacking Thorik,
Yes,
so I
correct.
can. If it's attacking somebody within 5 feet of me,
Okay,
I can
you can
impose
impose a
disadvantage
disadvantage.
using my reaction. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
You?
And is that just for one attack? Yeah.
Yes.
For the
Yeah.
round?
It's a reaction, so
Reaction.
it's.
Okay, cool. All right, so it's going to kind of converge on Thorik and try and just like basically slam itself into Thorik, rolling at disadvantage for a 12 against your armor class, Thorik, as you are somewhat slightly too quick for it at this point. So that hit missed you then, Thorik, as it attempted to slam into you.
It didn't.
Forced disadvantage because Marvellus...
Flavor, the spirit guardians all bring up their shields and kind of like protect Thorik.
Nice. As Marvellus kind of almost steps in the way as well, giving you the chance to summon the spirit guardians into position.
Marvellus is there. Marvellus is there in the centre. It's like, you know, up at this. They form a shield wall with
round.
Marvellus.
Oh yes, even better. All right. So, however, it does have multi-attack, so it is going to attack you a second time. This time, because Marvellus has used his reaction, I presume this is as normal, Marvellus.
Yes. Go ahead.
Lovely.
I'll allow it.
Oh, thank you. Very gracious of you. That time's going to be a 23 against your armor class, though, I'm afraid, Thorik.
Yes, that hits.
As that's going to be a total of 9 bludgeoning damage against you. And I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw for the Spirit Guardians, which will be DC 10, I believe.
Lovely. 17.
Very nice. So your Spirit Guardians is maintained as you just take a thump from the entire form of this thing that just kind of charges past your Spirit Guardians and straight into you.
Don't forget your temporary hits.
Yes, don't forget your temporary hit points. Yes.
It's softened the blow slightly. So kind of this heroic, I don't know what kind of colour magic Sergei's magic appears as, but there's like a bit of a like buffer between him.
You don't want to know what colour.
I do.
Stinky brown.
Yeah.
There's like every spark of magic has got like green smell vapor coming off of it.
Yeah, it's like it's almost mud. Just
As it breaks, just get a huge waft of like, oh yeah. Yep.
All right.
Don't worry, it'll be back when it comes back to your turn.
It's a lingerer, is it?
Oh, yes.
Nice. That is going to be its go. Next up we have Sergei. You are all at this point engaged with this creature, which does mean that you're going to have the benefits of flanking here.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to look to Thorik and I'm going to go, Thorik, this is your hammer. Do what you must do. And I'll give you Bardic Inspiration as my bonus action.
Okay.
And then I would like to also, as my action, touch Thorik's ankle again and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Oh, dude.
For me?
But buffing my little dwarf. Sorry,
Alright.
little was probably not the right word to use.
I mean, you're probably not that much shorter than I am, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's not great. For 7 hit points, cured full.
For 7.
Sergei, I thank you.
And then you've obviously got the 1d8, which you can also use to add on to your armor class, I believe, is a reaction.
Cool.
Oh,
Or
yes,
damage?
because you're a combat-y bard, aren't you?
Yeah, so yeah, you can add it to damage as yes.
Or is it attack roll?
Weapon damage, attack roll,
Yeah,
reaction to number 2 AC against the attacker. After seeing the roll, but before knowing whether it hits or misses.
cool. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay. All right. Saga, then. You two are engaged with this thing and flanking, indeed. What would you like to do?
So I don't have to move closer.
You do not.
Oh, good. What is the... Now that it's got, like, you know, fairy fire or whatever on it,
Mm-hmm.
what's the general shape? I'm curious.
There is no general shape.
Oh.
General shape reported.
We're fighting Flubber.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
looks like Flubber with
That's
the
a
shimmer.
very nice reference that I'm enjoying.
Yes. me too.
Okay.
Malevolent Flubber.
Do a little dance. Make a little love.
I am going to hit this thing. You know, stick to the classics.
It occurs to me that
Agreed.
reference may very well entirely be lost on James.
I'm not going to comment just because I don't want you to feel old.
That in itself is, you know,
That's the two-pronged,
yeah.
Hush, young lady.
Young fire.
Come on out.
All right. So
Don't worry, James. I'll put an Iggle reference for you later.
Oh, thank goodness. I was waiting.
Roger the Weesh.
Anyway, sword. Swishy, swishy.
Swishy
That's
sword.
what I'm doing.
Stab it.
It's an advantage.
yes,
Or is it
please.
straight?
No, it'll be straight. Sorry. Straight, please.
We can see it now, can't we?
Yes. So it's not with disadvantage. It's normal.
It's just, yeah.
It's with flanking, so...
Oh, sorry. Yes,
So-
with flanking. Yes, with advantage. Then in that case, sorry. Yes. There you go.
How the turntables.
Indeed.
I mean, it did not help, but 30?
How the Iggle piggles.
13. A 13 is sadly going to miss as this thing's form kind of manipulates itself to kind of bend away from your blade.
Extra attack.
Go
Drinking testy.
take your best shot.
19 to hit.
And 19 will absolutely hit.
Yeah, Wayne.
As your
We can all get close to our cameras.
as your blade
Yeah.
strikes against this this form.
Yeah, 2D.
As they say from my generation, Macca, Packa, Wacka, Attacker. It's like,
Please make him stop. That's 10 points of damage.
How many?
10 points of damage.
10 points. You're going to really hate me
And
now.
I am going to use one of my things. Going attack.
Well,
Do a thing.
Well, hold fire a second, because you're going to really hate me now. Because
I'm not allowed to.
no, your sword is not
Don't you
magical
dare. Don't.
It
Did I
was
just
it.
lose my sword?
No, you haven't lost your sword, but it is no longer magical, so it's only going to take half the damage.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was going to take none then. I was going to absolutely scream.
I thought I was going to lose my sword and,
No.
No,
you haven't lost your sword, but
thank God.
it no longer has the magical property.
She is not magical. She doesn't really care.
Fine.
I can still goad it.
You can still goad
You-
it. By all means,
Yeah.
goad away.
You... Go away, you sack of slime. That's what she's going to say. 5 extra points. Disadvantage on hitting anyone else but me.
Was that
And it is a...
5 extra points before it was halved, or just 2? Because
So 2. 2 points. But
yep.
it does have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. All right. Which is probably going to fail, I imagine, with a 9 in total.
Yes, it does fail. Disadvantage on attacking anyone else but me. Thank you.
Thank you and good night.
And then I'm going to use Action Surge because I'm annoyed now. Gone Italian. 13 to hit.
A 13 to hit, I'm afraid, is not going to hit.
But I still get extra attack. Because this is what Callum taught me.
Action surge, yes, you do. Correct. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes. You do.
23 to hit.
You didn't.
23 will absolutely do the trick.
Yes.
Slice him.
Slice him. Slice him good.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage, then halved, so totaling 6 points of
Yep.
damage. As you manage to strike again, as its form this time gets sliced through, as it then forms itself where that slash was. Anything else you'd like to do? Annina?
That is it. Thank you, please.
No problem. Alrighty then. So, next up then, we have Marvellus. I believe it is now you. So, what would you
It
like to
is
do at this
indeed.
point?
I don't particularly like what's just happened to Saga's weapon, but we'll see whether it happens to Lightbringer. I am going to, whilst I'm in a flanking position, I will smack at it twice.
Go for it. With advantage, please.
With advantage, lovely. So that is either 13 or a 13.
Neither of those will hit, I'm afraid. As you
Yeah.
swing
Not
Lightbringer
neither,
at
okay.
nothing but...
Then I guess it will. A second attack will be the. Let's see what it does the second time. That will be an 18, or
Okay.
oh, it's a natural 20.
Ow! Marvellous!
Yes,
the crit will hit.
Absolutely not.
The crit will hit, and the crit will smite.
Oh, that be a lot of dice.
Big dice.
Double dice.
That's a lot of dice.
Lovely. So that will be my d6 plus another d6 plus 4d8. Oh, listen to that.
Ooh.
Currently, Callum, your image, my
Okay.
end, has frozen on you declaring your smite, and it is a great on-hold image for you.
Well, hopefully the audience gets to see motion, but we'll see. So, it's time to count with me, children. We have
Yes.
a 4,
4.
4, plus a 3,
7.
plus a 4,
11,
11.
plus a 3,
14,
14.
a 2,
16,
16.
a 1,
17,
17.
and then we add my 5.
22.
22.
22.
This has just been my interactive way of getting around doing any maths
I know. It's great.
for myself. That was what we ended with a 22, I believe we ended
22.
up with there.
I
It's
really think
20
the audience do it.
22 radiant damage. Thank you very much.
22 points of radiant damage. Would you like to describe, if you can, how you are going to bloody a amorphous ball of seemingly nothing?
I imagine that I hit it with such force that the light ripples across it, and for a moment it almost solidifies and cracks, and a couple of bits of it sort of drip off and shatter on the ground
Ooh.
into nothing before it returns to its amorphous shape, but lesser than it was before.
Slightly smaller.
Yes. Like an angry ball of pizza dough.
Superb. Alright, awesome.
Yeah,
Anything else
seeing-
you'd like to do?
Well, I have, I believe, my bonus action, because Smite doesn't take up a bonus action. But I don't think I have anything that I want to... Oh, I suppose I don't... No, I'm not going to try and shove the amorphous blob. I don't think that's going to go particularly well. So no, I'm just going to turn to Thorik and just be like, "You okay, old chap?"
Yeah, I'm fine. A bit more perky, you know that Sergei can cure quite as well as that. Yeah, you're
Very good, very good. Over to you.
I'm doing well right there.
yeah, your squire's getting his training in.
Alright.
Good
Thorik,
form.
you are up then.
3 temporary hit points, Thorik.
Thank you.
Always good.
Love attempt. Brilliant. So the spiritual hammer fades, but he's still surrounded by his ancestral guardians.
Mm-hmm.
And he sort of hefts the hammer for the first time, and he just says, "Right, you can do this." And I'm going to hit the blob with the new Dragon Slaying Warhammer of Crested Silthorn.
Very well.
It's a nat 20, and I'm not even joking. I feel like I need to take a picture of this because I'm gonna I'll take a picture of it for our Discord. And
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I know you do, but I cannot believe we've got a nat 20 with that first hit. That is just lovely. That's just lovely. Brilliant. Well, I suppose I have to ask, what am I rolling?
Sure. In terms of this, it will essentially function as a +1 Warhammer. Any additional stuff is not relevant right now.
Cool. +1 Warhammer. Brilliant.
And of course, it is magical, which is of course
I should
crucial,
hope so.
as we have learned.
Fantastic. That's great. That's an 8 on the 2 on the D8. So we are looking at So that's 10 plus 3 plus 1. 14 points of magical bludgeoning damage, I suppose.
Very nice, indeed. And you strike at it with a thunk as your warhammer just strikes at this amorphous, strange creature surrounded by this radiant glow. And there is a brief flash as it bounces off of it as well, and you kind of watch part of it kind of ripple away and then again reconverge, bringing it together. Again, still slightly lesser than it was before because Marvellus has bloodied it. What else would you like to do?
I've got a bonus action. Can't really do a lot about it currently. I'm just gonna hold where I am for now and just wait for the spiritual guardians to do their work.
All right.
And yeah.
Which indeed they will do next because it is this thing's go. So a wisdom saving throw from it, which this time is going to fail with a 7.
Ooh. 3d8 radiant damage coming at you.
Grandma's gonna batter you.
This is for my granny. I'm a great granny. I'm a great granny. That is 15 points of radiant damage.
All right. Okay. Would you like to describe how your spirit guardians are getting it into critical condition?
All of them are just like absolutely wailing on this thing. They're doing like sort of like combos where one of them is just like shoving into it, the other one's like smacking off it. They're like flanking, they're coming around, one's
In the
ducking,
frames, swinging in.
Yeah. Like the camera's panning around as all of them just like every single hammer ring is just creating this flash of silver light.
Nice. Okay. All right. It is going to, though, continue its focus on you, Thorik, as it is in critical condition, as it is going to make another slam attack.
Disadvantage.
As it does.
Disadvantage, indeed. All right, that's still with disadvantage going to be a 18 against your armor class, Thorik.
Does hit.
Okay.
You can roll your inspiration die.
Or does it? As this brown smog of Sergei comes over as I add 3 to my AC, putting my AC at 21.
Oh!
If I may quote or paraphrase Annina, multi-attack.
You can't be angry at the power of friendship. Yay!
That's a disadvantage too, isn't it?
It is.
Yes. I got lucky last time, I'll be honest. Yeah. That's gonna be a 13 against your armor class.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just here.
Well, indeed, and that seems to be the problem.
Yeah.
As
I'll be.
it attempts to slam into you, but fails to do so because of the stench surrounding you, courtesy of Sergei's magic. A protective stench.
And it just seems to be distracted by Saga as well with her goading attack. Just kind of like, I like to feel. I don't know, maybe Saga's like shining a light in its face, just like, over here.
Hi, family. Sorry. It's been a long week. All right. That's going to be it.
That's me.
Go.
No, it's not even my turn. Sorry, I'm saying like it's my turn. It's not my turn.
I'm done too.
What you would like to do when?
Well, thank you. No, that is me done. So Sergei, you're up next.
Okay, Sergei, you're up. Sorry, no, that's your job.
Get them, squire.
So I would like to draw my rapier, Stephen,
Yar.
and I would like to just go for a lunge, just huzzah! Like that,
Yes.
taking inspiration
Nice.
from Marvellous for a little jab. I need to roll, don't I? That's
Yes, you do. You do need to roll. Yes,
With
please.
advantage.
With advantage because of flankings and things.
Well, with my rapier, the highest I got was an 18.
Which will be enough to hit.
Ooh. I don't add much. In fact, I only deal 1 hit point of damage.
Do you not get any weapon modifier?
I have 0 in dexterity.
Oh. This is the. Are you wearing your armor thing again?
He's just using it for flair. It's
Yeah.
cool weapon.
I don't want to waste my spell slots, you know?
Are you not even proficient in?
Does not
Surely.
damage it, does it?
Oh no, I suppose
No,
it
it just
doesn't add
adds
to
to the
damage,
hit.
does it? No.
Yes, it's a +3 to hit. I don't know where I get the +1 from, but... Oh no, +3, except that's my
Yeah.
proficiency now, isn't it?
Uh.
Silly. But yes, I'm afraid nothing in dex.
Can I just say, seeing as you have nothing in Dex, you hit with Stephen pretty consistently.
yeah,
I mean, technically he has hit. He just hasn't
Oh,
done.
yeah.
He's just barely a scratch.
yeah, it's
You
more of a
can't
one.
have 1 hit point.
I'll hit it and I'll just go, that's what you get. Being a little bitch.
He's like, yeah, you tell him, Sergei.
And then I'll cross my arms like this and I'll look cool as my bonus action. Can I do that one? I don't think that's something.
We'll work on that, Squire.
Saga.
She, let's do what she does best.
Swing the sword.
Yes. And that is a dirty 20.
Very
Woo!
nice. That's going to hit as you swing your sword at this amorphous ball that is now kind of struggling to keep its form. Kind of bits kind of falling off to the ground, much like they did earlier. Roll for damage for me.
I'm also going to use one of my fancy-ass dice. Let's do... Just to get the extra damage. Maneuvering attack, so someone can move if they want to, but I have a feeling no one wants to, but it is for the bonus. 4, 7, 9 points of damage.
Very nice. Okay. Not enough to
Not the
take it
greatest,
down, but it is really struggling to keep its form together at this point.
Fantastic, I have extra attack.
Yeah.
24 to hit.
Will absolutely hit. Roll for damage for me.
10 points of damage.
Would you like to describe how you're finishing it, Saga?
Nice.
I would actually like it to be very anticlimactic. It's a thrust and then suddenly just nothing.
Nice. Yes. And indeed, it, as well as the brand placed upon it by Marvellous, fades. Yeah, and like a curtain, it just drops to the ground. Hey there, Questers. I just wanted to take a quick moment to say a huge thank you to all of our Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Your support really helps to keep this channel going strong. So I wanted to give a special shout out to each and every one of you, our incredible patrons and YouTube members, who are Woodstrapper, Simon Jelly, Martin C, Gallus, Gary Lloyd, James Hamilton, J.R. Bellaston, Robert Treadwell, Jason Udall, Jason Bradwell, Nigel Raggett, Rebecca Hill, Giles McGee, and sees us. Honestly, your support truly makes a huge difference, and we appreciate you more than we can express. And to those of you who haven't yet joined, I would invite you to consider becoming a patron or YouTube member. Not only will you unlock fantastic benefits, including early access to videos, exclusive behind the scenes content, and access to our Discord channel, but you'll also be directly contributing to the growth and success of this channel. But to everybody, thank you again for all of your support and helping us to tell these incredible adventures together.